Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am Desiree, best-selling author, public speaker, and philanthropist. If you're an aspiring author, beginning author, or even a pro, then this is the scope for you, okay? Because I scope all things author hacks and author tips. I teach you how to increase your visibility online, and I also teach you how to increase your income. We focus on print, digital, and also audio books. It pays to be kind. Yes, it does. Hey, what's going on, Jocelyn? Good morning. Good morning, Simon. It's good to see you. Hey, Miss Felicia. I see you peeping in. Carla, my friend from Baltimore. It's good to see you too as well. All of my Perry friends are here in the building. If you guys can please do me a favor and invite your friends and followers into this scope. I really appreciate that. And also tweet this online. And also, if you can, share this on Facebook too as well. Bonjour to you. I'm doing a little better on my French as well. Thank you so much, Jocelyn, for inviting your friends and followers. I see you. Good morning. Good morning. Carscope time. Ha, ha, ha. Good morning, Arvin. It's good to see you. Thank you so much, Felicia, for inviting your friends and followers too as well. It pays to be kind. It pays to be kind. Good morning. Good morning. Hola. Buenos dias from Mexico. Buenos dias de Mexico. I'm practicing my Spanish too as well. Good morning. Good morning, Nita. I'm sorry, but your eyes are amazing. Thank you so much. You have a kind face. Oh, that's good. You always have to smile. Hello. Good morning to you. It's awesome. So as you guys can see from the location, I'm back at the Mall of Georgia at the Apple Store. Say what? Yes. And I'm telling you guys, it pays to be kind. Kisses to you too as well. It really does. It really does. You will deposit inside of your future bank. How about that? I see you're a hustler. What are you selling? A book? No, I'm not selling. I'm not selling. I'm in service. I serve. I serve. I serve. I don't sell. I serve. Hello for Ukraine, Russia. It's good to see you too as well. Apple Store again. Yes, Apple Store again. But it pays to be kind. You're beautiful. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. So if you're new to the scope or if you've been invited into the scope, just know this. I don't call you guys followers. I call you my friends. So be sure that you press that Perry Buddy, my Perry Buddy right there in that corner, and make sure you turn that plus sign into a check, because you do want to make sure you tune into each and every scope that I do. You never know what I might be sharing. Hope you get a new phone. That's what I'm here for. So I see all the hearts coming in, this heart rainbow, and I am loving it. I am definitely loving all these hearts that are coming in. I appreciate you. It does pay to be kind indeed. Yes, it does. And you know what else? Just to be kind. I'm not saying it pays to give. I'm not saying that it pays to, sell or whatnot. Just to be kind, just a small act of kindness. If it was your birthday, put birthday in the title and get balloons. Are you serious? Periscope is really doing it up. Okay, that's cool. All right, so if you already been on my scope yesterday, you already know I was here at the Apple Store because I had software problems after I updated the new 6 iOS 9, I think it was, for the 6 or whatnot, the new update, and I was having problems. I went inside the store, and people can alter your energy. Be mindful of who you listen to, or not necessarily who you listen to, but who you agree with. Who you agree with. Who you agree with really dictates your mood, your attitude, and also your feelings too as well. Emotion is an equation for E equals motion. So it's energy in motion, okay? So the reason why I'm saying this is when I went to the store, there was a lady that was highly upset. She'd been there at least 5 or 6 times about her phone, and she was highly upset. I went in there to the good mood. I did a scope, reading my book, etc., and I agreed with her complaint. Therefore, it transferred the energy over to me. Not saying that I was rude to the representative, but the energy just around in the atmosphere, it changed some things. So he absolutely restarted my phone and started over as if it was a brand new phone, just so that he can fix the software complications and malfunctions that I was having. I was pleased when I left the store because now I wasn't having software problems. However, on my iCloud, not my phone, but on my iCloud, everything was gone. Can you believe it? So I'm like, oh my gosh, Did he not just scrub my phone, but he erased everything in my iCloud? No way. You can imagine how disappointed I was, not just upset, but disappointed I was when the photos that I took of memorable moments of my daughter at the state capitol with the governor, with myself standing next to Judge Mathis, with the first moment that I heard myself inside the car, and I heard myself on the radio sharing my story on one of the best radio stations here in Atlanta, Georgia. So I was very, 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 good morning, Ken, how are you? Very upset about this thing. So then I was like, well, let me calm down. Yes, that's the thing. On my backup, on my cloud, everything was gone. This is how I found out. I went home and was like, well, you know what? I can go on, iTunes and back it up or whatever. He erased this thing. Okay, I'm cool. So I went back on iTunes on my phone, on my desktop, and come to find out everything was gone in my iCloud. Oh my gosh, everything was gone in my iCloud. What gives you inspiration? You guys give me inspiration. Absolutely, you sure do. And thank you, Kim, for inviting your friends and followers. Oh, also, thank you, Crown Me, Faded, for inviting your followers too as well. I think he messed up. He messed up pretty bad because he didn't back up before he did whatever thing he did on my phone. However, I called the service rep on Apple, said, oh my gosh, everything is gone. The first lady that I spoke to, she was kind of rude and she was agreeing with this method. I didn't care if she agreed with this method or not. I just needed all of my data back. Regardless of how they felt about it, I needed my data back. Are you serious? And so then I talked to another representative and then she had me erase my phone again. So I was like, OMG, are you serious? So my brother came in town and he was laughing and everything, and it was pretty comical at the same time, but also too, I was just like, oh my gosh. So I was calm the whole time. I didn't call them cussing them out. I didn't call them threatening them as well. I didn't do none of that. The only thing I was calm. And all I wanted to know was, what was the solution? I decided in that moment not to focus on what the problem was, on what, they did wrong. What I decided to is, what's the solution? What is the solution? What are you guys going to do? What's going to happen? Because you guys pride yourself on customer service and the value of your consumer. So how are you guys going to help me? Excuse me. So then I called back again and talked to a gentleman. This gentleman was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. This is crazy. Are you saying all of your stuff? I've been with Apple for the last 3 or 4 years, and you mean to tell me that everything that I backed up for the first time that I've been on Apple is gone? Yes, everything is gone. They should have a failover system that keeps catch of data on the server. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I thought about it. I asked him, I said, well, what happens if someone steals your phone and you go to find my phone and you erase everything on there? What happens when you get your new phone or you find the phone that was stolen or whatnot to put everything back on? Don't you guys have something that if everything gets erased that you can back it up? And they were like, yeah, we have to think about that. So the thing about it is that they don't know what's going on unless the consumer says something. They don't know that it's a problem unless the consumer says something about their phone. So I was knowing that I'm a business owner, knowing that your employees are a representation of you and your brand, you have to pay a lot of attention to those who you associate yourself around. But keep in mind, it pays to be kind. So then I get on the phone with the superior supervisor and he talks to me and he is so calm. He says, ma'am, I understand what you're going through, but we know when representatives say that, like, no, you really don't, because this hasn't happened for you. But the thing about the superior supervisor, he was like, no, I always put myself in the customer's shoes. Let's talk about customer service, guys. Being in service and understanding the customer's point of view. He said, how did you feel when you left? He said, let me ask you a few questions. I said, okay. He said, how did you feel when you left the store? He wasn't so much concerned about asking me questions about the software. He wasn't so much as blaming the problem on me, on the consumer. He wasn't even blaming the problem on the employee. He was more concerned of, how did you feel? That's deep, guys. That's deep. How did you feel when you left the store? Yes, perception is everything. Yes, they could cluster the system. Yes, and redundant systems when a server crashed. Absolutely. And I'm like, you know what? The feds, the FBI and all that stuff, if you erase everything off your computer, they got a way to bring all that stuff back. So there is a solution to this thing, and we just don't know why. So then you know what? We were on there trying to update my iTunes because I updated my software on my phone. We were on the phone for at least an hour waiting for this, and my computer was going slow. You never know why it was going slow. Oftentimes we try to rush things, but it was going slow. So as we were sharing the computer, he saw some of my stuff with the authors. He was like, oh my gosh, you got 3,000 contacts. You must know a lot of people. I said, well, yeah, it's that, but I'm a server. This is what I do. He says, ma'am, it's okay to be angry about this because I would be angry too. And I said, you know what? But that's angry is an emotion. And we have a choice of where we want to place that anger. It's okay to be angry, yes. But however, it's how you manipulate that energy, that anger that you have with anybody's service, with anything, with any product or whatever you're going through today. So then we were talking, you know what? He was inspiring as I would be. He was motivating me. He said, you know what? He looked at my stuff on my computer and he said, you know what? You are a tree. He said, this is what I see. He said, Desiree, you help so many people. He said, you know what, Des? He said, you need to take some time for yourself to be able to pour into people. Now, this is a guy that only saw my picture and he is speaking life into me. He said, you know what? My mother passed away in August. And he said, I had to take some time off and different things like that. And he said, you know what? He said, Desiree, he said, what I see you as is a big tree, and your roots are deeply rooted, and your branches spread out so wide and so long that you protect all of the plants and seeds that you have planted around your tree, and that you do a good job trying to protect and also help build and grow and cultivate the seeds that you have around you. I said, you know what? Oh my gosh, thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for pouring into me. I call you the millionaire messenger. So this is what my dad said to me. He said, be mindful of those who come in your lives, that you just might be at the grocery store, at the gas station, or just at the person next to you. Be mindful of the millionaire messengers. If my phone was not erased, I would never spoken to this guy. And everything that he was speaking about was exactly what I was talking about. You know what this guy said to me? He said, Desiree, get more involved with the community. He said, get more involved with the homeless shelters and with the women's shelters, because you will get entwined. He was giving me a hack, guys. He was giving me an author hack, and he's not an author. He's just a superior supervisor with Apple. He said, get involved with the community more, because you will run and bump shoulders with the board of directors, and these are movers and shakers, Desiree. So you will bump shoulders with the board of directors, who are movers and shakers, to place you in the position where you want to be. He said, Desiree, you might feel as though you're not moving forward. You might feel as though that you're stuck, and you might feel as though that nothing is happening for you. He said, but let me tell you something, Miss Lee. He said, if you stand there and you look back and you see how far you came, you have came a far way. He said, your friends, your close friends. This guy doesn't know me from Adam and Eve. I didn't tell him anything about what I do. We were there to fix my phone. I was on the phone call to fix my phone. And he just looked at my Facebook site while we was on there and just saw a picture. And this guy is speaking life into me. He said, if you just look back for a second and see how far you came. He said, your friends around you and those who are close to you, who are around you, they are wondering, how in the world did you get there? He said, your friends around you and people who look at you, the influence that you have, they are wondering, how is it that you made it this far? How is it that you made such a great impact? Now keep in mind, he didn't see inmate, nothing. All he saw was author Desiree Lee in a photo. And I said, wow, Lord, you have a funny way of bringing bringing that. Yes, call him back. He's on the one. Yes, absolutely. Yes. And so what I was saying was, I was like, you know what? I said, you are my millionaire messenger. As you're along this journey, people will drop nuggets. They don't know you from Adam and Eve. They don't even understand what it is that you're doing, but they will say something. Be mindful of those millionaire messengers. It pays to be kind. And I said, you know what, sir? I said, I really appreciate you pouring into me. He said, so when you see me on Dr. Phil, when you see me on Oprah's couch, I am definitely going to tell them about the Millionaire Messenger, and I'm going to mention you, my friend. I said, so make sure you're tuning into Dr. Phil, because you never know when I might pop up on there. He said, you know what? God is so good. He said, you know what? It always pays to be kind. That's what he says. So even though that we still can back it up on my phone, because it was taking forever for it to update on my PC. The internet connection was going extremely slow. So therefore he said, you know what? I'm going to call you back. Guess what? He said, I'm going to call you back in a few days. I'm going to be off for a few days, but I'm going to call you back and check on you and make sure everything went well. You know what he said? He said, you know what? I'm about to put in this computer. This is nothing. It's not going to compensate for what you went through, Miss Lee, yesterday, but I'm about to put in this computer right now that you get a brand new iPhone 6 straight out the box if they have it in stock. I said, well, what do I need to do when I go in? He said, all you have to do is tell them your name and it's already there. All you have to do is show up, Desiree. What? Show up. And then we're going to make sure that you get all of your data back on top of that. OMG. Are you serious? It pays to be kind. It pays to be kind. You might be upset. You might be angry about somebody's service, but when you are kind, I'm telling you, when you are kind to people and others, the people that are standing next to you, the person that is in front of you, you never know what somebody might be going through, but it definitely pays just to be kind, just to listen. Because you don't want to trying to talk so much when you meet someone and you're not using your 2 ears and you're not listening, you will miss your millionaire messenger. You will miss your millionaire messenger. And we are striving to be successful here. We are striving to sell books like crazy. We are striving to make the greatest impact as possible. We are striving to walk in our purpose. We are striving to help others. We are striving to make it in this life, in this world. You know what I mean? So when you are around someone, you never know. You might be sitting at the Waffle House. This person might be homeless or broke. This might look like this and that and the other. He doesn't even know who I am. But I tell you, it pays to be kind. And I say, you know what? Thank you so much, sir, for your patience. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for paying attention to my concerns and addressing my concerns accordingly. And thank you so much for structuring this and organizing this and orchestrating this and accordingly. And thank you so much above everything else for listening to the voice of God. He said, I know they record all of these messages and I just might get in trouble, but I'm letting you know that the customer comes first. And I said, you know what? Thank you so much. It pays to be kind. Now, what if I was angry? What if I was yelling and cussing and everything else? What if I was threatening them to go to the news and everything else? What if I said this, that, and the other? What if I went in there and just tore up the whole thing? What if I started to make my connections and call in my contacts to really tear this whole thing down? It pays to be kind, guys. It definitely does. So that's the message for today. It definitely pays to be kind. So tell me, how is it that you are going to be kind? Share with me on different ways that you are really intentionally going to be kind today. And and it's not just being kind, but don't miss out on ignoring your millionaire messengers. Yes, you are out there in the deep today. Yes. And I'm swimming with my life jacket on. Okay. So what I'm saying is, Ken, you know what? Don't miss your millionaire messengers. They can come from kids, from young people. Don't ignore the young people when they give you a suggestion or an idea. When they give to that creativeness, don't ignore the young people that might this. Yes, I'm going to be kind and not going to smack, oh my gosh, out of a person. Yes, be kind. Be kind. Thank you so much. Yes. It pays to be kind. It does. It definitely does. And then at the same time, don't miss out on your millionaire messengers. The millionaire messengers, they will come and give you a message to catapult you toward your success. You know what? You can make $1 million in a day. Your success can come overnight. There is a lot of success that comes overnight. Okay? Yes, I'm going to pay for someone's meal later. You know what, Rich? You know what, Rich? That is an awesome act of kindness, man, because we never know when we might need someone to pay for our meal. Go to the gas station today, and the person next to you on the gas pump, just go and pay for their gas. Go inside and say that number and just pay for their gas. Pay it forward to someone. Plant a seed into someone in front of you. Help someone today. Yes, give gifts. Bought lunches for veterans yesterday. Had a blast. Oh my gosh. And you just don't know the harvest that is going to come out of that. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning. You don't know the harvest that's going to come out of that. Be kind. Smile to someone today. You don't even have to pay for something. Smile at someone today. An act of kindness. And just, you know what? Can you imagine if you were really depressed, right? And you walked into a mall, and the person at the cash register says, I want to let you know that I believe in you. Woo! The words that I believe in you. Oftentimes, it's hard to believe in ourselves. It's hard to believe in ourselves sometimes. Yes. It's hard to believe in ourselves sometimes. So just imagine yourself. If you walked into a store, if you walked into a gas station, if you went to work today, okay, and you're at work and someone looks at you with the most sincerest heart, with the most gratifying gratitude spirit in their hearts, and they looked at you with love overflowing in their hearts, and they say, you know what? I want to tell you something today. I believe in you. Woo! That is powerful, guys. That is so powerful for a stranger to say, I believe in you. I pay for the car toll for the person behind us. The look on their faces. Oh my gosh, are you serious? You know what? I just got chills when you wrote that. I got chills when you wrote that, because you never know what the person next to you is going through today. You never know. Can you just imagine? Can you imagine? Yes. Can you imagine just telling someone, I believe in you? I want you to know, without a shadow of a doubt, a stranger, a person that's here in America next to you, and letting you know something. I believe in you. Thank you so much, Tanio. Tano, thank you so much. Yes. Just to let them know that I believe in you. That goes a long way. So what I'm saying is, my whole point of the scope today is being kind. It pays off. It definitely pays to be kind. It really does. And so if you just are tuning in with me, if you've been invited into this scope, just know that I don't call you guys followers. I call you my friends. So if you want to become my friend, make sure you press that Perry Buddy over there and turn that plus sign into a chat, honey. And I scope all things author hacks for tips for beginners and pros. And we focus on print, digital, and audio. And I teach you guys how to increase your income and also how to increase your visibility online. Des, remember the story I told you regarding the lady at the perfume counter? Yes! Nicole. Oh my gosh, Nicole. Yes. And thank you so much, Birdie, for inviting your followers here into the scope. You are absolutely right, Nicole. And the thing is, if you are not, yes, how are you this energetic this morning? You know what? It's because of the act of kindness. It's because of the way I went to sleep last night. Thank you so much, Tano, for inviting your followers too as well. It's because the way I woke up this morning. I said, you know what? It's a song by Flow Rider that me and my daughter were playing this morning on the way from me dropping her off at school. And it's like, sometimes I get a good feeling. I get a feeling that I never, ever felt before. Sometimes I get a good feeling. And this morning, I got a good feeling because that guy had left an impression, the superior supervisor left an impression on me last night. And I woke up with that same gratitude in heart. Give some of that need. I need that much negativity around me. It's only negative because you said it's negative. It's only bad because you said it's bad. You know what? You know what that guy told me? And I forgot to Google it. He said, Miss Lee, he said there is a Japanese word that means disaster, and that word also means opportunity. He says, not even knowing my story, this guy was speaking to my life. He said, you know what? Sometimes the most disastrous thing that can happen to us is really an opportunity for us to move forward. And so what I'm saying to you, my friend, who just said, hey, it's a lot of negativity around me. You know what? It's disaster, but it's also opportunity. Maybe you're about to start a new business. Maybe you're about to go into a new career. Maybe you might go to the left or right. Maybe you're about to work onto a new project. And maybe all those people around you are telling you how to deal with people. I'm quite sure that superior supervisor that I spoke to yesterday, I'm quite sure he gets a lot of negative calls. How to block out the negativity and still be able to do your job efficiently and effectively. Maybe this is training you on how to talk to people, how to alter their way of looking at something to where it turns positive too as well. Someone just asked me, what is it that you do for work? I am a full-time author and public speaker. That's what I do. And the other thing, I serve people. I serve my clients, and I teach them how to catapult their success and how to self-publish their book on a shoestring budget. That's what I do. That's my job. That's my career. And that is part of my character as well. I'm just so excited. So maybe it can be, thank you so much. Maybe it can be a disastrous decision or a disastrous thing, that, and the other, but change your perception of it. It's not negative. It's positive. It's not positive. It just is. It just is. I got to get back to work. See you next time. Okay, 7, it's good to see you. And thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. Yes, absolutely. You have to be able to control the situation and bring down the stress level. Absolutely. I need your insight and gift. No problem. Let me know what it is. Yes, positive all the time. Yes. Are your eyes real? Yes, they are. These are my eyes. I needed this. You know what? That's the thing. Somebody said I needed this. That's the thing. The God that I spoke to, I needed what he said. And that's when you have to be mindful of your millionaire messengers. You never know what the person might be going through. This is something that I went through, and I'm just sharing my experience. But if me sharing my experience help you maneuver through what you're going through right now, then it's all worth it. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. You know what? You done said that thing right there. Yes, I'm going through things. You know what? It's the going through. That's the most rewarding part of going through something. See, the key word that you said through all of that is the key word is through. As long as you're saying, I'm not staying in things. I'm not staying in this crap. I'm not going through this, that, and the other. I'm not just staying there. But if you are going through, that means you're still moving. That means you're still moving. Yes. If you're going through, that means you're still moving. As long as you're moving. As long as you're moving, you are going to be okay. You are okay, okay? As long as you're still moving, you're saying, I'm going through. As long as you're still going. As long as you're still going. And that's what makes the whole difference. As long as you're still going. Martin Luther King said one time, he said this, yes, just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Don't you stop in that mess. Don't you stop in that mess. You done came too far. If you stood, what that man was telling me, he said, Desiree, if you just stand there for a second, and look back, you done came too far, my friend. For that person that said, I'm going through some stuff, I'm telling you something right now. You are going too far to give up now. I'm not sure who I'm speaking to this morning. I'm not sure who really needs this morning, but I am acting in obedience this morning, okay? You came too far to give up now. And if you're going through, you keep going through. Absolutely. You keep going through, okay? You done came too far to give up now. You just keep moving. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. As long as you don't stay there. Martin Luther King said this. This is the quote that he says that I hold on tight to every single day. He says, if you cannot fly, if you can't fly, walk. So I'm talking to you. If you can't fly and you're in a situation right now and you said, Desiree, I'm going through, but this is what I say to you. If you can't fly, walk. And sometimes you might feel that, if you can't fly, run. And sometimes you feel like, I am tired, I'm out of breath of running, Desiree. Well, if you can't run, then you need to walk. And then you say, you know what, my legs are starting to ache and pain, Desiree. But if you cannot walk, guys, crawl. Yes. If you can't walk, you crawl. And you said, Desiree, I can't walk, but I'm crawling, Desiree. I'm crawling. You better crawl your way to that success. You better crawl your way to that success. Crawl if you got to, but you keep moving. Don't you stay there. There's an African proverb that says, in order for a baby to learn how to walk, he has to crawl. In order for you to learn how to walk, you have to crawl. Don't you give up. Don't you dare give up, because you came too far to give up now. You came too far to give up now. And kindness, just to be kind, it pays to be kind. I'm telling you, I feel so rich right now. I feel so wealthy right now. I am wealthy. I am rich, as I'm telling you this day. I am spirit filled to be able to pour into the lives of others today in order to make the greatest impact possible today. And I want you to know that I love you. I love you. I love you. Don't you dare quit. If you can't fly, sometimes we get in the motions of things, and sometimes we get this big burst of energy, and sometimes we're in this big productive mode, and sometimes we got this good juice, and we are flying, we are cruising in the air, and then all of a sudden the storm comes. And when the eagle flies in the air and the rain starts pouring, what does the eagle do? He rises above the clouds. But he keeps soaring, okay? So if you can't fly, then what does the eagle do? You run, okay? And if you can't run, make sure you walk. And if you can't walk, make sure you crawl. But whatever you do not give up. Whatever you do not give up. It pays to be kind. So make sure you are kind to someone today. Make sure you pour into someone today. Even if you just say the simple words, I believe in you. Nobody knows this better than those who have been through so much. Yes, girl. Yes, girl. Because I've been through some stuff now. And the thing about what I've been through, I faced 135 years in prison. I was charged for 11 counts of armed robbery and 5 counts of aggravated assault. I spent 4 years in prison, okay? I believe in you, D. Thank you so much, Justin, for that. Thank you, because that somebody said, what inspires you? Comments like that. Comments like, you know what, Desiree? I believe in you. You know what, Des? Author Gibbs says, you know what? Me too. I believe in you, Desiree. Because you know what? You're not just impacting me, Desiree, but I know the lives who you come across with, you're going to impact them too, as well. From T. Stokes, keep doing greatness, Desiree. That's what inspires me. That's what definitely inspires me to keep moving forward and not giving up. Not giving up while I'm going through. But the key word is when you're going through something. The key word in the whole thing, the key word in going through. The key word in going through is the word through. If you say you're going through something, that means you're still moving. What? If you are saying that you are going through something right now, that means that you are still moving. Are you serious? Thank you, Justin, for that. Thank you guys so much for inviting your friends and followers as well. Thank you so much, Justin, for helping me share my story. Thank you so much for helping me share my story. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. You never know what your kind words may mean to others. Woo! Nicole, you done said that, honey. You never know. You never know unless they tell you, you know what I mean? And even when you tell you, you'd be surprised and you'll say, you know what? Thank you, Lord, for telling me to do that. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And you know what? You're right. You know, Dior, CC is what I'm going to call you. You don't know. You never know. The only people who went through something so serious, the only people that went through something just period. Okay. Understands that you keep going. I love you too, honey. Yes. Lulu. Okay. Laugh out loud. Lulu is your name. Okay. Lulu. Yes. And so the thing about it is, you know, you never know what somebody might be going through. So I really appreciate you guys following your friends. Inviting your friends and followers into the scope. I hope this has blessed you and gave you a boost of energy, a shot of energy, a shot of delete energy in here in this morning. And again, if you are new to my scope, know this: if you're an aspiring author, beginner, or even a pro, then this is the scope for you. This is the scope for you because I scope all things author hacks and tips for you guys. We focus on print, digital, and also audio. and also audio too as well. And I teach you guys how to increase your income and also increase your visibility online. Oftentimes I give little spots and scopes of inspiration too as well, just to let you know. If you're here in Atlanta, let me know what city you guys are scoping from. Let me know what city you guys are scoping from, because I want to meet you guys, because I don't call you guys my followers, I call you my friends. So if you want to be my friend, then make sure you click on that Perry button and turn that plus sign into a check, honey, because I don't have followers. That's why I ask you, what is your name? I see Virginia, I see Chicago, Houston, Texas, and also Detroit, Oregon. What's the mall? It's Stonecrest Mall. So here in Atlanta, Georgia, we are doing a Scope and Mingle with Desiree Lee with me. We are doing a Scope and Mingle here in Atlanta, Georgia at Stonecrest Mall at the TGIF Fridays. It's going to be on December 5th. Make sure, if somebody can write this in for me, make sure that you go to somethingbig.eventbrite.com to purchase your ticket today to attend us. I'm just letting you know that it is limited seating, so it will be in your best interest to purchase your ticket today to guarantee a spot at our Scope and Mingle on December 5th here in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, I'll be in next month. Oh, great. Okay, right. Okay, good. So you'll be here next month. That'll be awesome too. Okay, yes. So I'll be very excited and happy and ecstatic to meet all of my Perry friends here on the Scope. I know, right? I'm so excited. I know, because I love you guys. You guys are my friend. Des, did you know there is going to be a Perry Summit coming in Atlanta in February? No, I did not, but I'm really excited to hear that. So I definitely got to research that. So again, let me know what city and state that you are in, so that we can go back and make sure that we do a Scope and Mingle in your town. And if you want to help us do that, if you want to sponsor the venue, if you want to sponsor the event, make sure you email me, guys, at dleeinspires@gmail.com. Again, that email is dleeinspires@gmail.com. Okay, and we will definitely make our way to your city and your town too as well. So make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you tune into my scopes. I am excited. I'm pumped up. And so guess what, guys? I'm in my car now. I'm waiting for the mall to open. However, when I go in there, I'm not going in there tearing down the guy who erased all my cloud. I'm going to go in there with a really joyful spirit. I'm going to explain to his manager what happened. And I'm not going to initiate or insinuate to his manager to fire this guy or to have some reprimands on this guy that erasing my stuff. What I'm going to insinuate is that they make sure that they do proper training, because I don't want this to happen to nobody else. How about that? Yes, I am sitting in the parking lot of the Mall of Georgia. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to show an act of kindness to this guy today. I'm going to show an act of kindness to this guy today. I get there on the 3rd, staying at the W Hotel. Oh, wow. Yes. Make sure you email me. Make sure you email me, because the event is that Saturday. Yes. Make sure you email me. I would love to meet you guys. Yes, absolutely. So I'm super excited. Thank you guys for inviting your friends and followers into my scope. You guys rock, man. You absolutely rock. You absolutely rock. So let me know, how is it? What city and state you guys are in? And yes, kindness goes a long way. Yes. What is this event? Saturday. Yes. It's on December 5th. And also I'll be having a speaking engagement in Jonesboro, Georgia this Saturday. But Miles, it's called Scope and Mingle, Miles, and it'll be really cool. It'll be really cool to see you there, Miles. It will be definitely really cool. We definitely have to exchange phone numbers and contact information, but it will definitely be really cool, Miles, if you can come in attendance on December 5th here in Atlanta, Georgia at the TGIF Fridays, the Scope and Mingle event. Hello from Turkey. It's good to see you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yes, from Brazil. Hey, what's going on? Hello, how are you? You should get a refund for the service. You know what? I didn't have to pay anything. You know, maybe if they, December 5th. Maybe if they give me a gift card, you know what? If they give me an Amazon gift card in regards to the refund, because I was thinking about that. Over here. If they give me a gift card just to compensate for what I went through, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to give it away on December 5th. I'm definitely just going to give it away, you know. I'm going to give it away because the main thing that I was really worried about is getting my data back and also making sure the software works on my phone. Okay, because that's what was going on. That's why my scopes were dropping. That's why, this, that, and the other. It wasn't even Periscope. It wasn't my internet connection. It was just the software that I updated on my phone. That would be nice if you, yeah, absolutely, of you. Yeah, definitely. Because guess what? It comes back. See, it pays to be kind. Because I have been kind, I've been giving you guys author hacks and tips for free. I've been pouring into you guys for free, okay? I've been helping each other for free. Been pouring as far as service. I've been serving you guys. Guess what? The guy from Apple, the superior supervisor, guess what? He served me. He served me. And I'm like, wow, are you serious? He served me. And it came back within a matter of days, okay? It came back in a matter of days. Servitude. Okay. So next time, if you're a business owner, who are entrepreneurs here? If you're an entrepreneur here and you own your own business, type in boss. Type in the word boss. Type in the word boss. Definitely will be there going to V103. I will have them shout you out. Party on the 5th. Yes, Rich. Yes. And Rich, please connect with me on, Twitter too as well. Make sure you connect with me on Twitter because I definitely know Gene Ross personally and also Ramona DeBro too. And those are my family. That's my family. So please make sure you tweet me. Okay. Yes. I see some bosses coming in. Who else is an entrepreneur and owns their own business? Type in boss. I see some bosses coming in. So I want you guys to know, if you are an entrepreneur, boss, I see him. Yes, if you are an entrepreneur and you are a boss, okay, make sure, 3 companies. Oh, awesome. I would love to tune into your scopes too as well. So connect with me on Twitter. Just send me a tweet and let's connect with me on Twitter on how we can help other people be bosses of 3 companies. Yes, boss of bosses. Laugh out loud. I love it, Miles. I love it. You're beautiful in the lenses and you're wearing. Oh, thank you so much. And so if you guys are a boss, I want you guys to keep in mind the act of service. Because you are a boss, don't ask your customers, your clients, don't ask them when they get on the phone and they call you. Don't say, how can I help you? Thank you so much for calling the D. Lee Inspires headquarters. How can I help you? Don't say that. Don't say, how can I help you? Don't say, how can I help you? Instead, say, how can we serve you? How can we serve you? Servitude goes a long way. When you're serving someone, you take care of them. Have you ever been in a restaurant and you have your waitress? They are serving you. And because they are serving you so good, depending on how their service is, not their help, not depending on how their help is, but how their service is how much tip you're going to give them. How much you're going to pay them for that day. So next time, because you are a boss and you're an owner of your company or even boss of bosses, or you have 3 companies, when you talk to your customers on the phone, when you are having clients, don't say, how can I help you guys? Say, how can I serve you? How can I serve you today? And I'm telling you, your customer, when you say, how can I serve you? They're going to have a different outlook on your business. They're definitely going to have a different outlook on your business and what it is that you do. Okay. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, they're serving me. Oh, I'm going to leave you a big tip, honey. I'm going to leave you a big tip by telling other people to come to your business. I'm going to leave you a big tip by leaving you a review on Amazon.com. I'm going to leave you a big tip by inviting all of my friends to your event. I'm going to leave you a big tip by referring you to everyone that I know. I'm going to leave you a big tip by making a major post on Facebook, on Twitter. I'm going to make you a big tip by inviting my friends and followers into your scope. I'm going to make you a big tip. I'm going to give you a big tip by inviting you and sharing you on, yes, reviews, please, to all that send out an email. Everyone who I contact with, because you made such a mark on my life by asking me, how can I serve you? And you exceeded the servitude. Oh, I'm telling everyone about your service. So isn't that awesome on how the guy served me yesterday, but yet I'm doing a scope, not for Apple, not for anything, but on his servitude. Can you believe that? I'm doing a scope right now on his servitude, guys. Solely on this guy's servitude, and I'm doing a scope about that. So far maybe 200 people had tuned into the scope, so 200 people have understood have understood the servitude of this supervisor of in Apple, who I spoke to just over the phone. Just over the phone. Some even got offended when you asked them how to help. Yes, because help equals helpless. Yes. So don't say help. Don't say help anymore. Don't say, how can I help you? Don't say that. Don't say, how can I help you? Instead, say, how can I serve you? I'm telling you, it goes a long way. Instead, say, thank you so much. Thank you, Rich. You're awesome, Rich. I know if you said that to me, I would bless you with a really nice tip. Ain't that something, Miles? That's real. That's real. That is so real. That is so real. Have you guys ever scoped in a public and somebody is like, who in the world is she talking to? Yes, I just got here. What's the topic? The topic is being kind really does pay off. And I'm just sharing my experiences here with you guys. And also, we are getting aha moments in the midst of me sharing. And you guys have really been inspiration to me and giving me your comments and stuff too, though, as well. Those kind of words mean a lot. Oh my gosh, Mal, do you see the shift of it? The shift of it from how can I help you to how can I serve you? Yes. Oh, a reporter. Yeah. This guy asked me, it was so funny. Are you serious? Whoa. How are you? I'm wonderful. He thought I was talking to myself. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you're scoping in public. Yeah. Yeah. Des, Lisa just sent me a message to tell you that she sends her love. Okay, I love you too, Lisa. So if you're watching this on the replay, I love you too. Yeah, good morning. Good morning to you guys too. So I'm here at the Mall of Georgia. And I'm about to go into the Apple store, and I am in just a wonderful mood. Hello from Russia. All of my Russia Perry friends always come into my scopes. My industry sucks for kindness. You know what? Then once you create it, I'm honest, I have to show him Periscope. Yeah, absolutely. When you ask, how can I help you? It's offensive. I don't need help. I need direction. Absolutely. You definitely need direction. But see, when you have service, when somebody serves you, then you also, that's where you give direction. You know what I mean? And thank you for the hearts, guys. You've been hearting it up ever since you've been on here. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Sarita? It's good to see ya. Yes, as well. And so, yes, absolutely. You guys have been heartening up like crazy up in this scope. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I must be saying something that resonates with you today. Can we watch how you do it? Yeah, I think you can. I wonder how we're going to do that, though, on servitude. I show my service, and I serve people here on Periscope all the time. All the time. How you speak, to the manager. Oh, okay. But then I need my phone because I got to give them this phone to get my new phone. Yes. Learn about beautiful versus beautiful internal. And you know what that came from? That came from my stepfather telling me, it's a sin to be pretty and dumb. So I know dumb is a really strong word, but basically saying that it's not just being beautiful that counts. It's also having not necessarily intelligence, but being exposed to different avenues and different things like that. So again, don't forget to go to somethingbig.eventbrite.com. Okay, we have to have lunch because I have a few ideas. Yes, Miles, you're absolutely right about that. Did you hear about the black homeless guy in Denver that received an act of kindness? No, I didn't. So I have to check that out. So I'm here at the Apple store, and Miles, I'm going to be looking for your tweet today. So when I get my new phone, I'm going straight on Twitter, Miles. So make sure you message me your contact information too as well, okay? I love you. Talk to you soon. And again, do the best you can with what you have until you can do better.